Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name's Julie, and if you're new here, I've been trying to lose weight for probably most of my life, but I've been documenting it on YouTube for, well, over 2 years at the beginning of next year, probably in like March or something. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thanks for your support as always. So this week is obviously today's a weigh-in update. This week has been a real tough one for me. So if you've watched my previous What I Eat in a Days, you'll know that I've been doing a challenge with Joanne Morgan. So we set ourselves a target of having 1,250 calories a day, so that we could try and shed a bit of weight. So we'd both gone a bit mad over the previous weekend, and we both felt really guilty about it and decided to try and mitigate it a little bit. So last week on the Monday, I weighed in at 12 stone 7. I'd put on 5 pounds, which is what I'd lost over the previous 2 or 3 weeks. So I was really cross with myself. I'd not been very well, and I'd just eaten whatever, whenever. I'd had chocolate, I'd eaten like a bit of a pig, in all honesty. So when I weighed myself, I was gutted that I'd managed to put on what I'd lost. So I decided that I would do this for a week to try and see if I could help put a dent back into that loss. And I did do that, and I'll tell you in a bit how I got on when I got on the scales this morning. I've actually made some notes for myself today so I don't forget to say anything, because I do quite often forget what I'm saying, so I thought I'd just do this today. So how has this week gone? I think it's gone okay. There were a few days where I went slightly over, but on those days I'd done enough activity to more than compensate for the amount I'd gone over by. There was one day when I went to M&S and I had a cream scone, and then it meant I had to have very little for my dinner to try and stay anywhere near to my calories. So yeah, I did do it. I didn't enjoy doing it at all. It's weird the difference sort of 200 calories can make on when you're trying to eat. I don't know if it's a psychological thing, because you're actually thinking I'm on less calories, but I felt hungry a lot of the time. I didn't enjoy it at all. I felt lethargic. I had no energy, so that in turn then meant that I didn't do the exercise I wanted to do. I think I only went on the bike twice last week. I really wanted to do every day, but I just had no energy. I had more headaches and more dizziness. Now I don't know if that was some sort of virus I had from the previous week that was still on its way out, or whether it was the calories. I don't know. I really don't know. All I do know is that I really struggled and felt like I'd got no energy whatsoever, and just felt a little bit miserable with it all, really. And the guilt I felt after having the cream scone, I just thought, this is ridiculous, because I shouldn't be feeling that guilty about having... Sorry about that, as usual, I got interrupted, so I don't know where I got to. Even when I make my notes, I still don't know where I got to, because obviously I got interrupted. Yeah, so to feel really guilty about having something like a cream scone is just ridiculous, really, and that just shows my relationship with food hasn't improved, and I still have this good and bad feeling about food, whether things are good and healthy or whether they're bad and they're not good for you. And in essence, all food is good for you, because it obviously gives you nutrients to your body, some more nutrients than others, but effectively it all makes our bodies run. So it shouldn't be seen as being bad, and actually having a little bit of it should be okay, but it's just in my head what goes on, and then after that it's the association I have with it. So I've come to a decision about going forwards with my weight loss journey, and I'll cover that in a moment. So I'll just quickly tell you what my weigh-in is today. So when I set on the scales this morning, I came in at 12 stone 3. 12 stone 4, not 12 stone 3, 12 stone 4. I've got a photo and I shall stick it in just so you can see it. So that's a £3 loss, so I'm more than happy with that. I don't know how much of that I would have lost anyway, because obviously when you have quite a big sort of like eating, not a binge, but when you eat quite a lot, and a lot of it was like takeaways and stuff, there's more salt in it, you tend to weigh heavier anyway, so I don't know how much of it I would have lost naturally had I not done the low calories. I don't know, and I won't ever know, and I don't intend to find out by trying to do another week on them, because it would just drive me insane. So going forward, I've decided that I need to have a diet break. So I've been on this journey for quite some time. I've been on this journey for most of my adult life, but intensively I've been on this journey for almost 2 years, and I'm proud of what I've achieved. This year has been a really difficult one. I haven't seen the losses this year that I saw last year. There's been a lot of other stuff going on in my personal life that's affected that, and also my work life has been stressful. There's lots of factors affecting it, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. But in addition to the diet break, I want to just be able to eat a little bit more frugally for the next couple of months. Christmas is coming. I want extra money to spend on Christmas. I also just want to try and sort myself out financially. I don't want to have to work like this for the rest of my life, so part of that is, you know, sort of like paying off any outstanding debts and paying off my mortgage. So I'm going to try and start eating more frugally, and frugal doesn't always mean really diet friendly. So I go for skinny sausages that you get 6 for £2.19. You can get a pack of sausages that's like 12 for like £1.70. So there is a balance in there. So what I've decided is I'm just going to start eating and doing frugal recipes, and a part of that I will just make sure that I have smaller portions of it and eat plenty of veg. So almost like the Slim methodology that you bulk in your plate with sort of like low calorie foods, so therefore the amount of higher calorie stuff you're eating is slightly less, so therefore you should still be in a deficit at the end of it. But I'm not going to track, I'm going to just try and wing it. So I know what my weight is today, I know what my start weight is today. I'm planning to do this either for the next 2 weeks or for the next month. It's a bit of an experiment to see if I can do it without tracking, and to make sure I don't go off the rails. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try and have a few weeks off, just to sort of like almost reset my metabolism as well a little bit, get me back into having a bit of a better relationship with food, making me excited about losing weight again. Obviously by the time I finish this we'll be into December, so we will be into silly season, which is always harder to diet anyway. So it may be that I decide I want to carry this on till the new year and then start afresh in the new year. We shall see what happens. Like I say, I won't be putting the calories on screen of what I'm eating because I'm not going to be counting them necessarily, but everything I make should still be healthy, because that's the whole thing. I want to be healthy rather than skinny, and that's my whole thing. I might change my channel slightly in the way that I do things, so I might not do a what I eat in a day every day or every few days. I don't know whether just to take photos and small clips of food and do once a week as a food diary, but I'm thinking that if I end up doing this thing where I do sort of like casseroles, they may last 2 days, so you'd end up seeing the same thing every day, which would be a bit boring. I don't think anyone wants to see that. So I think I might just do the odd what I eat in a day, and I might do sort of more meal prep. This is what we're having for dinner. A mixture of, like, you know, perhaps a compilation of things that I'm doing this week that are like frugal meals, dinners, lunches, that kind of thing. Not quite sure yet, I haven't quite figured that bit out. I've still recorded my breakfast today because I'm not sure on the format, so I've still recorded it just in case. But yeah, I'm so relieved to come off the 1,250 calories, and I'm sure that as soon as I come off the 1,250 calories, I might only eat 1,250 calories, because all of a sudden I'm not concentrating on having this low calorie diet. It made me more hungry just thinking about it and trying to figure out what the hell I was going to eat to fit within those calories. So yeah, so that's where I am. Hopefully you will still join me and follow my journey. I'm still going to do my weigh-in updates because I want to obviously keep tabs on it. If after a week or two of doing this I find I'm putting loads of weight on, obviously I'll have to have a rethink. Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully you will see from what I do put on that I'm still eating healthily. But I think most of us will be feeling the pinch this winter with the gas prices and electricity prices going up, and the petrol prices going up, and food going up in price, and also potentially being a little bit more scarce. So I think it's an important thing to do. I'm also conscious that we eat loads of meat in our family, so I want to be able to start putting extra like beans and stuff into my food to try, and lentils and things to try and bulk it out, so it makes it slightly cheaper. So I've got to try and adjust recipes and look for recipes that will be tasty but just a little bit healthier and a little bit more sort of cheaper to make. So hopefully you'll be in for that as well. And I think that's it on my notes. Let me just check my notes because I can't actually see without my glasses on. Yeah, I've covered everything that I wanted to say in this video, unusually. So yeah, that's my plan going forward. Let me know in the comments what you think. You might think it's a really bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's something that I need to do for myself and for my family. So I shall wrap it up here. That's enough of me talking for today. I haven't edited my what I eat in a day for Saturday and Sunday yet. Not sure whether to go ahead and put them up or not because it might be confusing if I put them up after this one. Didn't do an awful lot this weekend anyway, not a huge amount. There is a bit of vlog content in there but not a huge amount, so we'll just see. I'm babbling, so I shall leave you now. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already and you're interested in subscribing, please go ahead and do so. I really appreciate your support on my channel. Continue to comment, and you know, if you like the video, put a thumbs up on it, because it all helps YouTube algorithms to know that they can sort of get other people who are watching this sort of content to watch my content. And that's it really. I shall see you next week for the next weighing update, and I'll see you during the week for some type of video, whatever I decide to put up, and I shall see you soon. Bye! Oh, and I forgot to say a big thank you to Joanne Morgan for doing this with me. Your support was brilliant, and I wouldn't have been able to do any of it without you. We spoke to each other daily in the evening, and that's the other piece of advice I've got for you. If you do decide to do something like this, buddy up with somebody, because it really does make a huge difference. The amount of times I felt like sitting down and just binging my face off at night, and Joanne had messaged and it made me think twice about it, so it's definitely worth having that as an extra bit of support in there. So thanks, Joanne. Obviously I know how your weighing update's gone, so I look forward to seeing your video, and I shall catch you very soon. Bye!